Alright, we will be starting the Xianzhou story now. We are going in with Anaxa and Jiaoqiu as our current limited 5 stars, since these are the most recent men who were on banner. So, without further ado, let's head to the Xianzhou Luofu. Oh, there he is. Very ominous opening. They're meeting with the criminal and Yanqing is just casually sitting.
Yanqing.
Yes, General.
Watch this person carefully. Do you remember me?
I remember. Of 5 people,
Oh,
3 must pay a price.
the famous line.
You are not one of them.
Okay, so Blade is not taking the breakup very well.
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price.
Okay, but why does he look kinda good while having a nightmare? I'm sorry, I'll stop thirsting. When the breakup is so bad, you start having nightmares.
Hold on. I'll be there soon.
Long time no see, Astral Express crew.
And she appears.
I came at a good
Kimiko's
time.
side
We're all
glance.
here. Every
Her side eye.
one.
Bombastic side eye.
Mysterious introduction.
Yep, I remember Luocha's
With you
introduction.
two risking your lives for me, could I really stay where I am?
Finally.
Rudimentary.
Fu Xuan literally just aura farming.
Every move has been foreseen by the omniscient.
This scene is sick though. The bullets all bouncing off of each other like that reminds me of
Divination.
Madoka Magica Rebellion, Homura versus Mami. Fu Xuan and Elio would be an interesting conversation. The two of them having a conversation would be interesting, I mean, since they both partake in seeing the future.
That's why you're here.
Oh? Oh my gosh, the tree is growing. It's Jack and the Giant Beansprout.
Let's go, Bladey.
Where's everyone else?
Place to visit.
They're just gonna let them leave? It's a legendary Pokemon! It's Xerneas! Let's catch it!
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus renounced their century of secrecy and chose to reveal themselves, meaning they feel confident of victory. But no matter how well
It's just like we
prepared they
told
may be,
Svarog,
their
we
focus
are
has always
the
been
variable.
Cloud Knights.
It's the same as on Yurilo.
Is this what General Jingyu...
I wouldn't hazard a guess. All I can say
Yep,
is that
Jing Yuan has
predictions
just
of the
been using us from the
Stellar
beginning.
are more accurate
Not
than
that I'm
knowledge.
complaining. That man can use me anytime he wants.
Fine. I didn't hear a please, but
March has been
seeing as we
moody
do
during the
kinda
whole
have
Xianzhou.
superpowers around here. Wait, Miss Tingyun, why are you still here? You're too close to the Crucible.
Let's wait.
Thank you for the concern, but I'm fine.
Oh my
The
gosh.
General commanded me to stay with you. I dare not go against military
Ditch her!
orders.
Is no one else getting the red flags?
There's really no need. I've spent my years traveling the universe.
Okay. Just gonna ignore the red flags, are we? She has the same colors as the Ebon deer. Sorry, I mean as Xerneas, the Pokemon. Anaxa just kills here. He's OP.
Why? She said
Here we go.
the one who gave us the Stellaron said that.
Tingyun just standing in the back.
Now, quickly.
Little pawn. Must you force me to intervene directly?
There it is.
Never mind.
This is her
It would
Cocolia
seem
reveal
the time
moment.
has come for other means of dismantling the Xianzhou from within. You received the gift of abundance. Surely you can
withstand the blessing of destruction.
Just kidding, I've seen that scene before already, but still disturbing.
Benefactors, allow me to reintroduce myself.
So, all of this fighting between the hunt and the abundance was all caused by the destruction pulling the strings.
We have to stay together.
Are we gonna see Tingyun's body, like, on the ground?
What was that?
No, that's probably too graphic for this game, right?
Her body.
Oh, it just disappeared.
Mr. Yang, you're smart. What happened?
Like in a puff of smoke? Did it just disappear?
The flame we
Walt is like, don't ask me. I don't know what's going on, March.
You're saying that the real Tingyun is still.
The real Tingyun is Fugue now. Where is
I
Jingyuan?
reported the current situation to the seat of divine foresight.
Jingyuan is pulling his own puppet
He
strings,
made no further contact after
as we're about to see
communicated
with the
nature
Blade
of
and Kafka scene. And now we're on Dan Heng's point of view.
And what happened to Blade?
Of course, he's most concerned about Blade's whereabouts and plans.
I've delayed for too long.
You haven't been back home for a long time, have you, Master Dan Heng?
Oh, he knows. Even more suspicious.
I have somewhere else.
Oh, he's slipping out too?
I've tarried here too long.
So we let Su Shang bring us here just so we can both slip
Where are you
away?
going?
I'm a traveling merchant. I have one more deal to see through.
Dan Heng's like, not my problem.
These memories. No. They have nothing to do with me anymore.
We deserved proper flashbacks for Dan Heng, similar to the way we got flashbacks with Aventurine's story, and with Aventurine meeting his younger self. Look at these ghosts and echoes. That would have been perfect for Dan Heng to also speak to his past self as we get flashbacks and flesh out his backstory and his previous life. Instead, we get none of that. So sad. He knows Blade is baiting him, but he has to go anyway. To make sure the Astral Express are safe. What a good boy. So pretty. The scenery is pretty too.
He's here.
Right on time.
This is literally the meme where Kafka is just here for emotional support while Blaine and Dan Heng do their thing.
Feeling, Kafka. It's welling up within me. You think changing form will help you escape? Escape.
So, Blade is not taking the breakup well. Again.
I have nothing to do with your past.
I mean, you kinda have something to do with his past.
Past.
That doesn't mean it's his sin to bear, though.
You look so familiar.
That red eyeliner. I would recognize it anywhere. Ooh, here we go with the cutscene. Fuck him up! Dan Heng. I'm rooting for Dan Heng for the record. I was not telling Blade to kill him. Oh no.
I have
Stabbed just like the Trailblazer was.
behind you
From Cocolia.
is none other than the
Did Dan Heng know this would happen? Did he know getting stabbed would awaken his power?
criminal forever banished.
Here comes his dragon form. Oh, so majestic.
Imbibita lunae.
His magical girl transformation right here. Look at his horns. I want to touch his horns. Blade just isn't concerned about attacking Dan Heng anymore. Now that Dan Heng looks all pretty again.
They're caught in their own bitter struggle.
Okay, Blade, but weren't you just trying to kill him?
Getting away either.
What happened to all that, huh? Fighting together like old times.
Are you satisfied?
Is he satisfied? He didn't even try to attack Dan Heng after Dan Heng unleashed his true power. Guess they just wanted to beat up a 14-year-old. And the puppet master arrives. The one really pulling the strings. A blast from the past.
Many years have passed since the two of
Really
you
makes me
departed
wish we got
Xianzhou,
flashbacks
and yet the
to flesh out
circumstances of your
the
return
emotions of
appear
this
to be
scene.
equally
The reunion.
My task is complete.
Is it?
That it is.
He just wanted to
Thank you for
make his
assisting
ex-boyfriend
the
look all
Xianzhou
sexy
in
again?
this small matter.
Jing Yuan was always going to let them escape, and they just casually walk away. Wow, so Blade really just wanted Dan Heng to costume change. Dan Heng was like, I'm going to go save my friends, and Blade said, not just like that, you aren't. I do love Dan Heng's character arc of dealing with the sin of a past life. Again, I just wish it got fleshed out more, the way Aventurine got all his backstory stuff fleshed out. Dan Heng deserved the same treatment.
I need him to do me one final favor.
Jing Yuan emotionally
Guarantee you that
blackmailing
when
over
it is
here.
done, you will no longer walk in anyone's shadow.
Again, Jing Yuan has been the puppet master this whole time. Ooh, that's a nice shot.
Different from one another.
I do feel bad for Jing Yuan. He has seen all of his friends come and go and change.
The friends you made
This reunion must be hard on him too. But of course, he's not going to let that show.
Jing Yuan, where have you been?
Yeah, he was busy reuniting with Dan Heng and Blade and letting the Stellaron hunters go. No biggie.
Lord Ravager Fantilia's strategy was to create civil strife.
That is clear to me now.
He's like, yes, I knew all that already.
Express. I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Oh
my gosh, the boob window though. A callback to the vote on the train about whether they should go to the Luofu or not. And of course, to bring things full circle, he has to hold out his hand this time.
I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak.
Okay, pouty boy. Let's go reunite with the current boyfriend after we just finished reuniting with the ex-boyfriend. Is there nothing you'd like to ask? Okay. Go ahead, be flaky on us. Maybe we'll go back to Blade. I'm just joking, I'll never leave you. Look at me. So I wanted more Dan Heng flashbacks, but we do get some of that in his animated short that they released, which kind of goes along with this scene. I think they should have just inserted the animated short right here before Dan Heng parts the sea, but since they didn't, I will insert it in here before this next scene so that it can all flow together smoothly. The animated short flowing into this part of the story, along with my reaction to it. Here we go with Icar of Two Dragons. There he is, looking up at the statue, forlornly. Oh no, it's the flashback that I wanted. The flashback to the High Cloud Quintet. Oh, he's so gorgeous. Such a cute smile. His inner world. That eyeliner though. I'm sorry, this is serious.
Find no refuge among the stars. Death is the only redemption.
Spear user versus catalyst user. Oh, it's so pretty, the water animation. Oh, he's a sad wet puppy. Ooh, the dragon. Dragons!
You have nowhere to run.
Drowning in his own guilt. Dragged down by his past.
Starting today, you're one of the Express crew.
His current life. Something worth fighting for. Pom-Pom's there too. Can't forget Pom-Pom. Ooh, the music swelling.
You're right. You are my past. But you will follow me into my future!
Oh, chills. Chills everywhere. Chills all over my body. The voice acting, the music, the visuals on that scene. Just breathtaking. My dragon now, bitch! His dragon form is pretty, but honestly, I think base form Dan Heng is just as pretty. Perhaps unpopular opinion.
Leave. And don't look back.
He accepts his past self, and his past self accepts him. And there they are, right in front of the statue that we are about to confront in this story. That short carries Dan Heng's character arc. It does all the heavy lifting for his character development, his motivations, his thought process on his past life and his current conflict, and how he's going to handle that moving forward, and how he manages to find peace with himself after this whole arc. This short just does everything for him. It's so good. So good. Beautiful. That's why I think it needed to be in the story itself, in the game itself, as a full-on animated short cutscene that plays during this part in the story when you're looking up at the statue. Would have been perfect, but at least we have it here, and it's gorgeous. Alright, here we go. Looking up at the statue. Here we go. Dragon Jesus! Yowie Jesus. Oh, those water effects are gorgeous. I love that it's sort of greenish and not just blue. Obviously to match Dan Heng's color scheme. And then Jing Yuan looking out over the destination.
But whatever the outcome, I will do as you command and honor the mission.
That's a big character moment for Fu Xuan. We were introduced to her by her insisting that Jing Yuan retire and name her general. But now in this dire moment, she's praying for his return and his safety. Look at all these ghosts. I'm telling you, we could have gotten more Dan Heng flashbacks.
Reverence to the 3 talons. What the heck does that mean?
It means we have to solve 3 puzzles to unlock the boss march.
Don't worry about it. Just follow me.
He doesn't even bother explaining to her. Anaxa looks pretty with this green flame behind him. Let's take a picture of it. Oh, he's majestic. Okay, I remember just bullshitting my way through this last puzzle. But I think it's about the life cycle of a Vidyadhara. So this is the start of Rebirth. Number 3. And the last part of the cycle. Nice, I actually understood it this time around on this playthrough. I love that dragon just looming over the bridge menacingly.
This is it. Under the power of the high
Oh,
elder,
the dragon is the roots of the ambrosial arbor.
The image of a dragon. I will break the final seal.
Both on the arbor and on your past. Time to end this. It's neat because having Anaxa for this part of the story, he actually will buff Jing Yuan, so that's neat. Oh. Sorry, I was taken aback by his beauty. The beauty of his back.
That witch!
March is kind of rude towards older women. She's called Cocolia and Fu Xuan, and now Fantilia, some interesting names, like Witch and Hag. Fantilia was like, I've gotta look my sexiest before we fight. Oh, she's using the power of abundance to give herself a sexy body. Oh, there's the chanting, the song. Alright, Luocha will have to protect Jingyuan.
Ilya has usurped the power of the Arbor. All of you, focus on destroying the
Oh
Phantom
wow, okay.
Clouds.
That was a lot of her HP. This is going to be a walk in the park for Anaxa.
The abomination.
Yeah, Anaxa is the true carry here. Sorry, Jingyuan.
Your attacks are futile.
Are they? Because Anaxa kind of just ate you up. Yeah, newer characters like Anaxa just completely eat up the old content. They're so strong.
Insanity. Dan Heng, you take it from here.
Oh, here comes his assist attack.
Antilia.
And met with so little success.
Oh, he's taunting her,
Ravagers would think.
trying to get her to lash out at him.
Almost as if you can't wait to be acquainted with them. This.
Thank you, Luocha. We are in no danger with Luocha here.
Out of ideas, Vantilia.
How nice of them to just instantly refill his ult. Oh wow, just instantly kill her.
Let's start with this arrogant Xianzhou general.
Alright, now for his master plan to be put into action. Look at him. He's hanging like a puppet, but he's been the puppet master this whole time.
Would cast the Luofu back into chaos. Destruction works in fascinating ways. What are you?
That's the Lightning Lord.
Dan Heng, do it.
Kalis needs an explanation. He was kind of just spectating.
Was a body stolen on a
I wonder if Vantilia will ever return in the story.
Paw of destruction. Tell the Legion.
I think it would be kind of neat.
The hunt will fall upon them.
General.
And thus, the end of the conflict.
Okay.
I'm still alive.
He's like, do I look okay?
I'm
He used himself as bait. Fushuan will seal the Stellaron off screen. Yay! All solved.
That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
Alright. So we finished the main story for the Luofu. All that remains, I believe, is the epilogue, saying goodbye to Tingyun and all of that. So we will get to that. But for now, we did it! The male-only account has completed the Luofu, and Penacony is right around the corner. And getting through Penacony's story on this account is probably going to take way, way longer, because Penacony is way, way longer. But that was fun. I loved reliving the early parts of the story. Obviously, this part of the story came out like 2 years ago, so getting to replay it was awesome. I still love Jingyuan. Again, like I've been saying, the real puppet master. Everything basically went according to his plans. And yeah, the one thing I will say about the Luofu story is that I wish we had gotten more flashbacks, not just for Dan Heng, but for the High Cloud Quintet as a whole. I think that was the most interesting part of the story, but we don't get much of it. But at least we'll always have that gorgeous animated short to flesh out Dan Heng's character arc. Thanks for watching me play the Luofu story. If you enjoyed, please consider liking. There's plenty more story to get through on the male-only account. And my main account also has yet to experience the recent Amphorius story quests, so please consider subscribing if you'd like to see me go through those for the very first time. I'll definitely be streaming them over on Twitch, so check me out there in the links in the description below. Once again, thank you for joining me on this journey, and we'll see where we pick up from next time.